Hey, welcome to the first ever beer review on the Food Trough. I'm Eddie Dudek. You may know me from the Tech Trough and the Game Bucket and other stuff around the site. This is
Neil Getling. I am here as part of the first ever beer review on Food Trough. I am also part of the Game Bucket and the occasional contributor to Sports Trough.
There you go. So I think what this is going to be is it's going to be relatively quick video reviews, or I say review, but I mean it's just going to be kind of us talking about a beer that we want to try every week. So I wouldn't say that it's also going to be a learning experience for whoever is doing it, because we're not exactly pros about beer, or like we just love beer and hope to get to share our experience with it. But yeah, so this first one we have this new beer by Left Hand Brewery called the Milk Stout Nitro. So this has been a beer, I think, Neil, that's been out for a little while, and the Nitro is the new version of it.
Okay.
And so I think originally it was on tap at Nitro Bar, or Nitrogen Bars, which is a different type of tap, right? That injects nitrogen instead of CO2 to get the tap. But they recently started bottling it and distributing it. I think it's something like mid-January they started doing that. And so we thought this would be a fun one to try. And the reason why is because, A, it's pretty good, and B, it's pretty awesome when you pour it. And so that's, something we're going to show you, right now.
It has two directions. The first one is pour hard. The second one is admire and enjoy.
There you go. So let's give that a try.
So as mentioned, the only actual instruction on here is to pour hard. The nice thing about it is you just send it all in there and it gives you a nice couple fingers worth of head every time. It's got the nice cascading effect as in a Guinness, as really any good stout should at this point. Once it settles, it's good to go. It's very cool.
All right, let's give this baby a try. It's always exciting to watch someone else drink alcohol, isn't it?
That's really good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
No bitterness whatsoever.
So obviously, like every type, like this is a stout, like every type of beer, IPA, pale ale, amber, porter, stout, there's many different subtypes, right? So this is a milk stout, and from what I know about milk stouts is they're made by adding unfermentable sugars in the lactose, I think, like that type of stuff, to the wort, to the beer, so that it retains that creamy sweetness. And I have to say, it really comes through. I was trying to play into your. It's not bitter.
It's not bitter. It's not sharp. It retains its creaminess as it keeps going. So this has been poured for a couple minutes at this point. You've still got a full finger at least of head on it.
Yeah.
And that, normally with a beer, you want to wait for that to go down, and it's going to go down very quickly. This really, really adds to the taste of it.
I can't say there's much aroma. And obviously it's pitch black. There's, even holding it up to the direct sunlight outside, you're not seeing anything through this.
It just smells like a beer. It smells like a stout beer.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say, because some stouts have I guess the only aroma you get from stouts is based on the things that are added, like chocolate, coffee, vanilla. And
milk itself, or unfermented sugars, doesn't really have much of an aroma there.
We're getting too pretentious already. Very, very creamy, very smooth.
It's really good.
It's almost like Guinness-esque smooth. And obviously it's sweeter than Guinness because of the lactose, wouldn't you agree? But it has that same, just purely, amazingly smooth
and I think that's where the sweetness adds into it, because it's not adding sweetness too much to the flavor like you might think some sort of a mixed drink, that's so sweet. It's adding sweetness that just counteracts the actual sharpness of a beer itself.
Right. Yeah, it's not, you definitely don't get a huge amount of malt flavor or anything.
No, not at all. It's not anywhere. It's not anything like another beer I've really ever had.
Yeah, I can't say. So actually I chose this for multiple reasons. One, it's a very cool beer when you what you saw with the pour and stuff, and it's new, which is also nice. The other reason I chose it is because stouts are a relatively new development for me, and you as well, right? We've had Guinness a lot, but we're not. My go-to type of beer is not a stout, is what I'm trying to say. So for me to review this and try and talk about it is, it's a good experience, learning experience for even me.
It's really good. Yeah, my go-to definitely is a stout. I'll have them more often than not, just because in general it's actually a lower calorie of a beer.
Huh.
I don't know how that would compare. I don't even know if it says on the individual cans. Doesn't look like it. How it would compare with it being as creamy as it is. So like Guinness itself is one of the lowest calorie beers out there that you can get. Even though it feels so heavy, it's actually like 120, 130 calories per pint.
Oh, by the way, it says right here, ingredients. Rocky Mountain water.
Ooh, that's specific.
Malted barley, hops, yeast, flaked oats, and lactose sugar.
Not just any oats. They have to be flaked.
Well, I mean, yeah, usually.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
So yeah, I can't recommend this beer enough already.
This is really good.
Even if you're not a big stout fan, it's just so smooth and has the perfect amount of sweetness. It doesn't have a lot of... Because I think when people don't like stouts, they tend to not like the super intense ones, like what you'd almost think of as like a Russian or like an Imperial Russian or Imperial
it's
stout.
Strong.
But
this is still strong, but everything about... It's really the creaminess, I think, that cuts it down.
Well, so you really liked... how the head maintains the entire way, right?
I mean, I'm down to probably a third or a quarter of the actual beer left, and I've still got that finger of head, and it adds to every sip. If this was just the pitch black, the actual beer of it, it would be a lot less good.
So overall, I think the beer review is going to give this a big time thumbs up, right?
Absolutely.
Yep. Cheers. Thanks for watching.